Till last session, we discussed about the generation of printable output file. Now, we will try to design one flat file output. That means the data output. How we will design a data output? How we will generate a output file as we designed in application engine program. In application engine program, all of you, if you remember, we used the get file is the command. Get file, we given the file path in the double quotes, and here we decided like write mode and file path absolute. In application engine, we used the get file command to get the file path and in the write mode, and we given the file path absolute variable to get the file. That means we are opening the file in the write mode by using application engine within the application engine by using this command. If you are working with a SQR, now open our SQR program. This is our SQR program. This is our SQR program. If you open this, here we are using the print command. Print means we are generating a printable file. Now I would like to design one file, data file. Printable output file, we can call it as a report. If we are generating a data file, we can call it as a flat file. Flat file can be a text format, in a fixed length or comma separated version. Now I would like to generate a comma separated one. For that, just I'm changing a program like this. Within the begin program, here I am writing, in our program only, here I am writing do open file. I am writing a procedure. Within this procedure, begin procedure, end procedure. Within this procedure, I will write a command like this. Let's say let file path. Let file path. That means I am creating a variable. I would like to bring the file path into this variable. Let's say in our desktop we created one folder. SQR practice. This is the folder I am expecting my file to be generated. File path. Here I will give like this. File path. Okay, employee data dot CSV. I am trying to open this file. Now, how we will open the file in SQR? It's very simple. Open. Open is the command. Open file path. Generally, you can write like this, complete string here also. Open file path as 1. 1 is my assignment. That means I am using a number. Maybe, yes, I would like to generate two files. Yes, I can generate two files by using this program. Open file path as one. For what? For writing. How much is the record length for each and every line? Like let us say 140. It's vary. Here you can see in our PPT also. Open file path as one for writing or reading. Record length is equal to something, and it's a vary. Vary means variable length file. Variable length file. Here, if the file was opened successfully, then what we have to write? If the file was opened here, then we will fetch the employee data and we will write in the file. Whenever we are writing the file, before that, here I am writing a heading data. Do write heading. Write heading. I would like to write a procedure, begin procedure, write heading. No parameters required here. End procedure, begin procedure. Write heading for the file. I'm not going to write heading within the loop of the fetch employee data. Before starting the employee data, fetch employee data, I am writing the file heading in a different procedure. Begin procedure, write heading. Now, how we will write the data? In application engine, once we open the file by using the get file, we got the data. Next, what we will use? We will use write line command. Write line. File dot write line. Ampersand file dot write line. We will use in the application engine. Now, here we will write like this. Write one. Write one. What is one? We use the alias name here. You can use your EMP, write as EMP, or is your own text. Whatever the text you used as alias, you have to use here. Write one from country. I don't want to give any print parameters here. Here like this. Country. Next. State. Here like this. Write one from country. All this stuff. We can write like this. Now, footing, remove this concept. We are not going to use this. Begin procedure, write heading, write one. That means the file from this one, all this stuff. Next, we written the heading. Here we are getting the data. Here we are getting the data. Next, what we have to decide? I don't want to give any print parameters here. I don't want to give any print parameters here. Next, what you have to write here, do write emp data. I am creating a procedure again. Begin procedure and procedure. Here I will write again the write one from ampersand. Here you can copy this. Here you have to use your I am separating each and every like this. This is the file generation by using the program. What we did, begin procedure, write heading. This write heading procedure is calling from begin program. In this, if you see, we are calling two more procedures. You are getting it out. Venkat, from where you are calling these two? STD API init, STD API term. We are calling from this STD API.sqc. Okay, let's try to open this STD API.sqc. It's one SQR folder. STD API.sqc. If you open this, here you see STD API init, STD API term. These two SQCs. These two procedures we call. What it is, this SQC is process scheduler interface. Process scheduler interface. Now, one second, process API.sqc is available here. STD API. Okay, one second. Process API.sqc is here. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, if you see process API.sqc, if you open this SQC, what it will do? A procedure to update the process scheduler request, record, and get the run control parameters. Here in application engine, first we will try to run the program. Today, this program will be succeeded or not, we will see. Process stdapi.sqc. Now try to run this program, GEE EMP01. We written this program and we placed it in the delivered folder, GEE EMP01. Generally, in real time, you won't place your customized programs in the delivered SQR folder. you will see one more navigation. This is the delivered SQR navigation. One more navigation is like this: user. In that you see SQR. You will place your SQR path here. You will place your SQR path here. Then 100%. Please keep in mind, we don't have a chance. We don't have privilege to place our customized SQR programs in the delivered SQR folder. 100% there is one user SQR folder. User SQR folder will be there. Here you will place all your custom SQR programs. Okay, let's try to run our program. GEEMP01. This is our SQR program. Sorry, this is not one. This is the one. GEMP. Now try to run it. I think the same error what we received on that day. SQL expression not ended, perhaps missing ampersand name in line number 47. Okay, on break is still there. On break is a printable report command, not the file command. We can run it again. Now go to the process, run it. Array, why this error is coming? This is not our program error. Let's try in different way. Why don't we initiate here stdapi.sqc. Let's try to add some more SQCs. Include datetime.sqc. Include number.sqc. I'm doing a last trial here. Success. Okay. Now I think files will generate in our SQL practice. Here is the file, CSV file. It's got generated. Country, state, employee ID, national ID, benefit program. Maybe you will get it out what change you did, Venkat, in the program. Here you see simply what I placed std_api.sqc also in the starting stage. What is this? Why some SQCs we will declare at the top? Why some SQCs we will declare at the bottom? What are all the SQCs we placed at the top? These SQCs will fire at the compilation level. Whatever the SQCs we placed in the bottom, those will fire in execution level. Venkat, I'm totally confused. Maybe yes, 100%. I'm also accepting. My client is asking to write a new SQR program. What are all the SQCs I have to include? 100% everyone will get it out. Then my sincere suggestion, open the existing SQR program which is running fine. This is the SQR program. Let's say open this. Here, whatever the SQCs they used, keep it as it is. Bottom, keep it as it is. Here you see std_api.sqc, process_api.sqc, process definition.sqc, like that they used. You know one thing? Without using SQC logic in your program, even you are placing SQC, it doesn't matter. It won't create any issues. 100% I'm saying it won't create any issues. Remove the remaining logic, complete logic you can remove. You're getting any doubt of how to place SQCs? Don't bother about it. In between, you can write your program logic now. Keep it as it is. The top SQCs and bottom SQCs, no need to change it. Keep it as it is. Now you can write your program and you can execute it. This is the best possible way to write the SQR program. And what are these? You have to write manually all this stuff. Why? Because this is SQR. Where you are writing in a notepad or textpad or notepad plus. Then how can I know who changed it, who created it? Then let's open our program. What are all the comments we have to write? Here you have to write your comments like this. Here you can copy this one also. Name, SQR name, GEEMP01, employee Ben program data written by Venkat. Here you can add your date and time, and for client, let's say Citibank. Okay, you created the program. Later, after some time, you added some logic. Then again, which date? Okay, today's date. In today's date, you changed something. Added what we can say. Personal data, right? Okay, let us say added date of birth to the file. Added date of birth to the file. By simply writing this, it won't end it. By simply writing this, it won't end it. Then what we have to do? Who written this? Venkat K. Search by VK 05 22 May 22nd 2018. Like this I'm placing. Then I will copy the search string. Okay, where I changed it, here I added, like let us say employee ID, first name, last name, date of birth, date of birth. Here I added. Then I will place my comment like this. Then what are all the changes done by the developers? Okay, this is the change done by the developer. Then you can search by using this string. What are all the changes he did? First change, he added one heading line here. Next change, a dot date of birth or whatever maybe birth date. Here I added a line. Then place your comment by using the commenting line. Commenting line. Save it. Then you changed in two places, in the heading file and in the fetch data procedure. And here also you have to add ampersand a dot birth date. Here you have to use the commenting line. This is my text pad. I am using some properties of the document to enable the SQR syntaxes. Here like this, SQR syntaxes. I loaded one special property to this document to display its SQR property. That means it will highlight what are all the SQR commands are there. Not only in TextPad, you can do it in the Notepad also. Notepad++. Here, I have not included any language. Okay, then simply SQR language for Notepad++. Somewhere you will get you can download it and you can use it in your, they will give you some directions. Where it is. People code SQR syntax files. Somewhere you can download it. We downloaded in the office machine. Notepad++. Otherwise, you can do it for your this one TextPad also. Then it will be easy to write the program. Maybe somewhere you missed the command. You can identify, okay, it's not turning into glue, then some spell mistakes. Here is the commenting line. Generally, these commenting lines also will be in the green for Notepad++. In this way, you can write the file. Okay, we written one file. Can we write multiple files at a time? Can we write multiple files at a time? Now, guide me how to write multiple files here. In the same program. Now our program is working, it is generating the data properly and without any issues, it is generating the data and it is placing our output file also in the expected folder. Now tell me how we will design multiple files in the program.
Multiple files with different names. So first of all, in the file path, you cannot give one hard-coded file name.
Then you know one thing? Simply you can copy and paste the same file path. Number
And I give you the
two.
one.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, you're right. Here, employee data file name should be different.
And here are the file path has two. That both
Yes,
times.
absolutely, you're right, Srini. That means here file path has two, right? Then heading 1.
You mean file path underscore 2 as 2?
Not underscore. Yes, the second file path it is. Heading 1 and heading 2. Okay. Then your heading procedure name will be changed like this. Do write heading 1. Okay. But write 1 is common. Next, begin procedure. Heading 2. Here we are writing the heading 1, heading 2. Write 2. Okay. I don't want to display all the details in the second file. I would like to display only employee ID, first name, last name, national ID, not the benefit program also. Heading 2. Then what we have to do here?
We have to call the procedure.
Again, one more procedure, right? Do write small file, something like that. This is my procedure name. Okay. Next here, begin procedure and procedure. But anytime if you are writing begin procedure, you have to give your procedure name. Sorry. Then here, write 2 from employee ID to date of birth. Okay, national ID also. Okay, fine. National ID also. You know, we are done.
Venkat, we have to put in like close files or is not required?
You can. Where you have to put? Yes, good point, Srini. Where you have to place the close file?
After open, then we have to close. After writing, you have to close it. Correct? Completion.
Yes. Then where we have to put it?
After write, after end procedure, we have to put the close. I think. The begin procedure, write.
But it's a SQR, right? How do you close it?
No, where you read open and then call the procedure and then close the file.
Huh? Come again?
Go to the statement where you say open file.
Here.
Yeah, so here open, do write.
Uh-huh.
Do write heading.
Here, after fetching the employee data, here itself we are writing the data, right? Fetching the employee data itself, we are writing the data. Then simply write a command, do close files.
And over there you have to do in the below procedure open file. In that your second let file path is _2. So the second open should be $file path _2 s2, right? Not just
Yes, you are right.
file path s2.
Good observation. Yep, this is one. Here, close the files. How we will close the files? Go to the PPT. Open the file, closing the file. Close one, close two. Simple as that. Close one, close two. Now you can run the program. We will see how many errors we will get first. Employee benefit program data. Now I'm getting a doubt. Okay, we successfully placed our SQR program here and we are running the program by PIA. Now, what my point is, as like as application engine, I would like to create a run control page. Multiple users are running this program. They are selecting run control parameters on the run control page. Can we do it for SQR? Okay, some errors are posted. What was that? Permission denied. That means it's opened already. How we will design the same technique, the same logic we designed for application engine. For application engine, we created our own run control page, our own run control record, and we are storing the parameters. Sorry, we are storing the data in run control table, and we are running the program based upon our run control parameter selection. Now it succeeded. Now you see two files it got generated. If you open the second file, it's a small file. You see only 4 options: employee ID, first name, last name, date of birth, and national ID. Date of birth is empty. That's why it is showing like this. Now, here, I'm getting the doubt how we will design one SQR program. Okay, simple as that. We will open the, quickly I'm doing it. This is our SQR report GEMP01. For that, I'm going to design one run control page. Okay, new page. Okay, first we will decide what is our run control record. Based on what parameter you would like to run the program. Based on what parameter you would like to run the program. Let us say country and state, both. Then here I am creating a record. Insert field, OPR ID, run control ID, next country, next state. Okay, make it as key, OPR ID, run control ID as key, sorry, key and set key, and country also key I'm making, and state also key. I don't want to enter any duplicates here. And in the country, I would like to create a prompt. It's a required field. Prompt is country table, and the state I'm giving state table. I think it won't work. Let us see. First, try to save it as GEMP Ben table, benefit table, run control table it is. Next, build the table, create the options. Next, create the page. Simply drag and drop country and state. Is it enough?
You have to add run control record there.
Where? This is the run control record, right? You have to insert a subpage, mandatory subpage, process run CNTL underscore SBP. Process run control underscore SBP. And I forgot process run control page name not found. What is this? SBP. Yes. This is the run control subpage. You have to include. It's a mandatory. Okay. Now, let's save it. GEMP Ben run control done. Next, control new component. Just add your record. Make it as a such record as GEMP Ben TBL. Just save it as EMPRC Ben. Just save it as GMP RC Ben, your project. Now register your project. Here I am giving benefit files. Here like this, benefit files. Now you have to open your navigation. First confirm benefit files. It is available. It's available. Now if you try to click on run, okay, it's required field country, okay, USA. If you click on run, it is not showing any process. We have to attach our SQR process to this component. As simple as that. In the process scheduler processes, we know the process name already we attached. GEEMP01. If you open the process name, in the process definition options, you have to attach your component name, GEEMP RCBen. Save it. Now try to open this. Okay. Now country I selected, state also I am selecting, let us say California. Click on run. It's saved. If you look in the run control data in the backend, come on, quick. Run your query, select star from PS_GEEMP Ben TBL. This is your run control record. Now it's stored the data. Fine. Now, if you click on OK, it will run it. But what my point is, I would like to run my run control parameter logic here. That means here whenever I am fetching the data and a dot country equals to run control parameter, let's say like this, and a dot state equal to 2. How can we pass this? In application engine, what we did? We written a do select. We keep it as a state record. We collected the data into the state record and we passed the state record value. To collect the data in application designer, in the application engine, what we used, you can open your application engine program. This is our program, output program, outbound. Here, what we written? Plan type from the run control record, where operator ID equal to percentile operator ID, run control ID equal to percentile run control. In application engine, this logic won't applicable as it is in SQR. Why? Because this is app engine, that is SQR. That means this is SQR. How should we know which user is running the program? How we will pass that user ID? In the application engine, we are passing the user ID and password. Sorry, user ID and run control ID. But in SQR, how should we pass it? All of you got my question here? How we will pass the country and state values which we selected in this run control page. My user ID is PS, my run control ID is 01. I am adding second USA, next Alaska, save. One more 03 USA. I am selecting. I am not adding any state here. Have you observed? Two questions. First question, how SQR program recognizing which user is running the program, which run control ID they are using at run. Second question, if user is selecting country and state, okay, by any way we will pass it here, country and state. If state is not selected in the run control, then how we will handle the situation? My user is expecting, if I am not selecting state, It should generate the report for all of the states. But how we will handle the situation? Got my point, Geeta?
Yeah. Are system variables accessible in SQR?
No. There is a route. There is a logic we can define. We will discuss tomorrow how we will pass the run control parameter. Okay, we are passing the run control parameter. My question is, okay, I will tell you the technique how to pass the country and state value which were we selected from the run control page. Understood? Next point is how you will handle the situation if user is not selecting the state. Generally, you will collect the data and you will pass it here.
Then you can, in here where you wrote this select where criteria, in there we can check if that bind variable is empty, then use this where criteria. Otherwise, you
how we
just.
will write it. Your guess is right. We will see tomorrow how we will handle the situation in SQL. Why? Because in real time, a lot of scenarios will come like this. 5 parameters are there. I will select only 3. If I am leaving other 2, please consider all of them. Like this, country, state California, state New York I selected, then generate the report only for those states. If I am not selecting any state, then select all of the states. Can we select multiple states? Can we create a structure here in the application, in the run control page, country USA, can we give option to the user to select multiple states?
You had to create the grid again, that's correct.
As we did in the application engine side, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Then user is giving all these options like, I would like to give, I would like to run this program for the entire country. I would like to run the program for one state. I would like to run the program for multiple states. We have to give a provision. We will discuss tomorrow about all these techniques. Tomorrow is the last session for SQR. We'll see how it goes on.